guys, I have to tell you this story. I'm probably going to get in a lot of trouble by Etienne. I'm sorry, Etienne, in advance, but you know me, I'm always looking for that next inspiration, that next high of cool synchronicity, or whatever you want to call it. But that's just me. I'm a pure 3, and I believe anything is possible, and I have no place in my mindset at all for logic. It's one, the world is like a dream, and we're here to learn in Earth School, and we can do anything we want. So it was so fun last night being with you at CVS, and I know I embarrassed the heck out of you by calling you out, but you know, I kind of have foot and mouth disease sometimes, but in a good way. I mean well. I always mean well, trust me. And so I called CVS this morning, actually, and found out the lady's name. Her name is Gladys. Gladys. Where did I get Gladys? See, this is where my brain fog is. Blanche. Sorry, I don't even know where I got Gladys. Is that not so weird? I'm gonna have to look up Gladys. Maybe they're one of my spirit guides, or who knows. Anyway, so Blanche was the black lady who approached us out of the blue. Remember when I said to you, Etienne, do you know how to self-checkout? Because I'm not sure. And then this black lady appeared out of nowhere. I didn't even see her. And she said, well, honey, if you don't know how, I can show you. She was very, like, old school black lady. It was really cute. And Etienne went down another aisle to check for something else while I was putting in my CVS card code through my number. And I happened to mention her, and I said, you know, he's a celebrity makeup artist. He does all the Kardashians, and I was showing him or her the Instagram, and I said, but look how humble he is. He doesn't have any pictures of himself except one. And she's like, wow, and she said to him when he came back, I knew there was something special about you when you first walked up. And the funny thing is, see, this is what the synchronistic part is. Let's back it up 1 second, because if you back it up to the point of we were getting a marker to sign one of his palettes because we're auctioning it off through Celeste Barber for charity for these boys who've gone through a lot of traumatic events and things like that. They've been through a lot of trauma in Africa. And of course, Colleen had 2 of these, but she didn't happen to test them to see if they worked, and neither one of them were dry. So he said, well, let's just go to CVS because it's just right up the street. So we went to CVS, and that's how it all went down. So had I not called him out, you know, the poor kid was all embarrassed and blushing, but and then he called me a fame whore. I'm like, girl, I'm not a fame whore, trust. This is what I live for. I live for the synchronicity. I'm still on a high about that, because I think it's so cool that somebody who is named Blanche, and if you add a Blanche numerologically, it's a 27-9. 2 plus 7 is 9. Gandhi and Mother Teresa, and a lot of other very poignant, spiritually centered, peaceful, just almost like, you know, the ascended masters energy. They are the 27-9 life path. So it's almost like this woman appeared at that point as like a messenger to say that to him, to say, you know, you have something special. And I didn't mean because you were a celebrity makeup artist. I already knew that before I already knew that when you first walked up, before I said anything. So I thought it was so cool. I just, like, I was like on a high. It was so cool. But I was like, Etienne, please don't hate me. Because he thinks I'm batshit crazy, I'm sure. But anyway, it was fun. And he needs to put himself first because he's such a humble little kid. You know, it's like, I always call him a kid because I'm like going to be 40. He's 29. I mean, he's still a kid, but he's so wise. He's just such a wise, humble soul. And he really doesn't want to put himself out there, but he has to recognize his worth, and I'm trying to get him to see that, and he's working on it. So, Etienne, I don't want you to be mad at me for telling this story, but I think it'll inspire a lot of people. You know, watch for those breadcrumbs, because Blanche was a breadcrumb for you. It was a message to you to say, honor yourself first, put yourself first, you're special. And yeah, you might do makeup for the Kardashians or whoever, all the celebs, but you're a celebrity too. And it's not the glitz and glam kind of superficial celebrity. It's like, I've worked hard from the bottom of the barrel to building my empire to what it is now, and I'm worth it, and I am special in many ways, and not in an egotistical way. It's not about that at all. So I'm gonna be honored by about this, and it's not about fame whore, anything like that. Trust. And Gene, you can tell him that I'm not about that at all. So I just want you to value yourself, and that was such a cool story that I wanted to share with everyone. And I hope you're all having an awesome holiday season with your family. And I guess I'll catch you on the flip side of the new year in 2018, because it's gonna rock. I'm telling you, it's gonna rock. So Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys. Peace out. Awesome. And you know what you're supporting is boys, African boys, that have been through severe trauma. That's a charity.
Love it. Well, I hope someone gets this and helps out all those boys.
Cool. Thank you, Etienne.